Is on horses that pull back while tied. When a horse pulls back while tied, you can see where my hand is. That's the pressure they're resisting when they pull back, so we want to get them out of that. The first thing I'm going to do is teach the horse how to drop her head. I'm going to put little pressure on the line, on the lead line, and I'm going to ask her to drop her head, just like that. And if in the beginning she only drops her head a quarter of an inch, that's fine. Then I'm going to ask her to bring her head up, then down, and down again. You want to do this until they get feather light at dropping their heads. The next direction is I'm going to ask her to give to the left. I don't want her moving around. I just want her to accept the pressure. So she learns how to accept pressure. When she's tied, then she'll come out of pulling back while tied. So now I'm going to go down again, and I'm going to say down and to the left. Just like that. She did that one really good. Down and down to the left, and she did that again really good. Horse could basically move their heads in 6 different directions: up, down, left, right, forward, and back. And you want to teach all 6 directions before continuing on to the next exercise. So now I'm going to do it from the right side of the horse. Here we go: down, good, and up, down again, and up. This mare has pulled back while tied and has flipped herself over when she broke the rope. She went through a fence one time, and now we're going to have her going to the right. So she really needed to learn this lesson on how to stand tied without pulling back. And I'm going to have her go down and down to the right. There she goes right there. So those are 4 of the directions. Now next, I'm going to put some pressure on the lead rope and have her come forward, then pressure and teach her how to go back. Forward, back, and back again, and then forward again. So she needs to learn all 6 different directions consistently with very, very light pressure, so she learns how to follow pressure. And these are the only beginning exercises. Now we're going to go to advanced exercising. Now put the lunge line on the other side of her. I'm going to put some pressure on the lunge line. She's going to bring her head around. I'm going to step back, and she's going to come around. This will teach her how to follow pressure and not follow me. And you want to do this from both sides now until she's, feather light on the line. So you can see this from a different angle now. I'm going to go ahead and pick up the rope. She's going to bring her head around. I'm going to step back because you got to be careful of the rear end, not stepping on you. Also, if you have a kicking horse, get your horses out of kicking before doing this exercise. It's an excellent exercise on teaching horses how to follow the pressure and not be following you, because their natural instinct is going to want to follow you. And we're saying, don't follow me, follow the pressure around. So when you do this exercise, make sure you step back, and that allows her rear end to come around and go by you without knocking you over. So right here, then I'm going to step back right there, and her rear end's going to come around. Again, this is excellent exercise for getting horses out of pulling back while tied. Here's a different angle. So you can see how I step back, and she brings her rear end around. And you want to do this until they're very calm and relaxed doing it. And it kind of feels like that muscle in their neck when they bring it around. Everything's just like butter soft. Right there. And that was a pretty good one. Okay, next exercise. I'm not going to tie her. I'm only looping the lunge line around 2 of the panels in the round pen. And this next exercise is really good. It's going to start teaching her how to give the pressure from left to right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of pressure on the left side of that hip. She's going the wrong direction, so I'm going to keep the pressure up. I'm going to keep a little bit of pressure on the lunge line. And what she had to do was she had to move her body around by giving to the pressure. And so she wants to go forward, but instead of going forward, she has to bend that neck and move her hip. Now, you don't want to do so much pressure. You're going to cause your horse to go up and over the round pen or start rearing. And there she did that really well. Now, if she was to start pulling back at this point, I would go with her, keeping a little bit of pressure on until she stopped pulling back and came forward just a little bit. And there's another good exercise right there. She did that really well. Now she wants to bring her butt back towards me. I'm going to say, no, I want you over there. And she has to give to the pressure because, you know, she's not tied, but she thinks she is. Good. And, you know, that's the strongest rope in the horse's mind is they think they're actually tied. Good. A lot of horses have been either seriously injured or killed by pulling back while tied. They'll break a leg, they'll do nerve damage to their neck, their back, etc. So it's really important to get them out of this. And here I'm going to go back to the other side again. And I will have her move her hips back towards me. Move her hips back here again. And there she goes. And again, you see where her neck softens and she moves her hip around. This is only part one of pulling back while tied. We'll get to part two here in about a week. This will take about 30 days for you guys to get through that have horses while pulled back while tied. Practice these exercises as much as you can for the next 30 days, and you'll see a big difference in your horse. Thank you.